All right, Shalom. First off, I want to give all praises, honor, and glory to Yahweh by Hashem Yahushai, by Hashem Rakah HaKadosh, and double honors to the apostles and the elders of Great Millstone. All right, first off, I want to say Shalom to the ones that push this word out in truth and in sincerity, which are the apostles and elders on down to the brothers, right? And Shalom to the ones that endure this faith until the very end, right? Which are, again, the apostles and elders on down to the brothers and a few sisters. All right, so Shalom. I want to do this video, you know, on a post that the brother Azan Amoff 2 sent out. I suit, I don't even think there's exactly anything else to say about this, because, it's I suit, right? We all know what's the deal with them, right? Now, you got them telling you that it's okay to take it, the rice green, it's okay to take the other thing for, the thing that recently happened in 2019, right? These guys, are complete sellouts, right? That's all I gotta say on this. They're sellouts. They already signed, I don't know how many charters, right? They're under that, what charter, which is government and, government indoctrinated, right? So tell him about this picture, you already see what kind of hat he's wearing, this guy. And, they're just bug outs. They're complete bug outs. They're bug outs and sellouts. So I don't even think I gotta explain too much on this, man. Shit like this, this is just weird, right? But it's not surprising. But we all know in those last days, these guys are going to be the ones to start selling out, a lot of Israelites, right? They might even start selling themselves out, amongst themselves. We all know that happens, with military convoys, stuff like that, or any clans, stuff like that, men amongst that type of faction are most likely going to start, going against each other. The Lord already said he's going to start doing that. He's going to separate households, right? The Lord can separate camps, within the same, doctrine. So these guys are going to be the main ones to start selling out a bunch of Israelites, right? It was those guys over there. They didn't take it, right? You see what they already doing, pushing people off of corners, saying that they own the corner. Which, so what? You own the corner. Okay, so, like, what's the point? We don't own this place. We don't own the corner. Right? This ain't our, paradise. Right? This ain't the new covenant. So, I want to get a few scriptures on this. This is 1 Corinthians 10:4. Right? It says, "For the weapons of our warfare are not carnal, but mighty through Yahweh to the pulling down of strongholds." Right? So the weapons of our warfare are not carnal. Carnal, physical, just carnality. And these are not the weapons of our warfare. The weapons of our warfare are the words of Lord Yahweh by Hashem Yahushai, which is what? Through these scriptures. Right? We used to be a camp where, used to be screaming at people, chasing cars down the street, all kinds of stuff. But later on, first of all, that takes time because that was when we was new. But then, what's the main thing that we had to learn? It's that first off, the weapons of our warfare are not carnal. Everything has to be answered through the scriptures, right? Somebody have a question, answer it through the scriptures. You got a scoffer or somebody just coming up to your camp. You answer everything through the scriptures. Why? Because these are not our words, right? So that's why when people come up, we don't get mad about it. We don't start screaming, you know, and start threatening them and stuff like that. We answer everything through what? The scriptures. The words of Lord Yahweh Ba'ashim Yahushai. That is the most dangerous weapon out there, right? The words of Lord Yahweh Ba'ashim Yahushai are quick and powerful and sharper than any two-edged sword. So you're hurting them more than physical fights. So again, with these guys, I suit, they doing all kinds of crazy things. They're going to be, again, the same ones that start selling people out, taking them up to them concentration camps. Why? Because they do not have the spirit of Lord Yahweh Ba'ashim Yahushai, right? The righteous spirit. Because they hearken unto this devil. Again, because they sign these charters, they do all kinds of, wicked, they're wicked. Right? But it says, but mighty through Yahweh to the pulling down of strongholds. Right? So the pulling down of strongholds, we will teach this word, by the Lord's will, we will teach this word. Right? The words of Lord Yahweh Ba'ashim Yahushai until this place is brought down. Right? Until Isaiah 13:10, happens. Until, Obadiah verse 18 happens. Right? Until 1 Thessalonians 5:3 happens. But the pulling down of strongholds, that sounds a bit familiar, doesn't it? Right? The story of Samson. Right? That's the first thing I thought of when I read this scripture. The story of Samson. Right? He was taken to his weakness. He just had to have the heathen women. Right? But he told his weakness. He was weak. And then what happened? They tied him up to these pillars, and they made a spectacle of him. Making him a comedy, joke show. But what happened? He prayed unto the Lord. He prayed unto the Lord Yahweh Ba'ashim Yahushai that he gets that strength one more time, at least one last time. And what happened? Using those pillars that he was tied up to, he pulled them down and pulled down the entire place. Right? So again, that's an example of what? The weapons of our warfare, which is, again, the words of Lord Yahweh Ba'ashim Yahushai, prayer, the scriptures. So these jakes, I got the definition right here. These jakes, they're just false prophets, right? So the definition of a false prophet, or description of them in religion, a false prophet is a person who falsely claims the gift of prophecy or divine inspiration, right? So it's that gift, our salvation, and these jakes and quite a few other camps too, they deny that salvation. Why? Because they want to stay here, thrive forever here in Babylon, right? What is it that they seek? You got camps saying that it isn't, well, you could take this, you could take that. That's falsely claiming the gift of prophecy, right? That's completely depriving people's, inspiration. So it says, or to speak for God, or who makes such claims for evil ends. What's the evil end? The real evil end, right? What is the true evil end? Taking that rice green, you living in this wicked ass society forever, right? This place is the land of wickedness, the most dark, vexing, place that could ever exist, right? That is the evil ending. And we are prophesying through the words of Lord Yahweh Ba'Shem Yahushai, the good ending. Right? And what's that good ending? You know, us getting the hell up out of this place. Right? Again, until 1 Thessalonians 5:3 happens, you know, until this place gets completely wiped out. Right? Until we get, by the Lord's will, the seats on them chariots. You know? Until Israel is restored. You know, and this man is under our foot. Okay, so I want to get Proverbs 3:5. And I bring this out a lot. It says, trust in the Lord with all thine heart. Something that ISUP is not doing. And lean not unto thine own understandings. Right? Lean into their own understandings. That is what ISUP is doing. Right? So you're leaning unto your own understandings. You are not trusting in the words of Lord Yahweh Ba'Shem Yahushai. You know why? Because if you really trust in the words of Lord Yahweh Ba'Shem Yahushai, then you would have done everything, you know, righteously. You know, and that's something that you're not doing. You might as well call yourself another, you know, Prophet Muhammad, because he ain't prophesied jack shit. And you guys, y'all prophesying that you could take, you know, the thing for the sickness that was going around. So we'd all imagine what they're going to do in those last days. As far as when that rice grain comes out, then they're going to prophesy, oh yeah, you can take that too. Right? You are not trusting in the words of Lord Yahweh Ba'Shem Yahushai whatsoever. It says, and lean not unto thine own understandings. Your own understandings. Again, you know, shit like that, you know, pictures of y'all with a gun. Right? You know, you could take this, you could take that, man. You know what? We going to sign up under these charters, you know, under the government. You know, y'all are the servants and lapdogs of this man that runs this society. You know, the rulers of darkness. By you signing that charter, well, you're his lapdog. Right? You're his lapdog. And since you signed under that, you better teach whatever the hell he allows you, or whatever the hell he tells you to teach. Because if you don't, then well, you're selling out. You pretty much sold your soul. Right? You're a sellout. So I want to give all praises, honor, and glory to Yahweh Ba'Shem Yahushai and Shalom.